following is a special presentation. From the Captain Esports Network.
This isn't just a game. This is iRacing. Hi, welcome into the finale of the TI Racing Gen 4 series as we're at Talladega Superspeedway as we get ready to go racing for 60 laps at this 2.66 mile superspeedway just to the east of Birmingham, Alabama, as we get ready to go speeds near 200 miles an hour around this track. But before we take the green flag, let's go ahead and go trackside. Qualifying's over with, and let's get our national anthem out of the way for the start of our race here at Talladega.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, you see the cars out on the track is they're running their pace lap right now before they go racing for the 60 laps here. Take a look at the starting lineup for the race. There's your 11 cars. Kyle Ethier and Stephen Miles, the champion officially for this season. Craig Martin, Daniel Giroux in row 2, Dylan Rosenberg and Stephen Melnick in row 3, Devin Ramsey, Alex Bryson in row 4. Row 5 is where you'll see Nick Uricchio and Aaron Beaver and Dominic Russo, the 11th and final car that will race here this evening. As they come through turn 3 and 4. Here's your race information. Mentioned 60 laps, 80 degrees, 64% humidity, cloudy skies, and 3 sets of tires to get us through the laps here at Talladega Superspeedway as the pace car pulls off. As we get ready, the finale for iRacing season number 11 sees the green flag as Stephen Miles on the outside of Kyle Ethier. And we're green. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out online on Facebook and the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. As Kyle Ethier pulls out to the lead, you see all of the cars right there in this lead pack. Outside lane with Giroux pushing Stephen Miles, who won the championship there. That green 222 car with the Craig Martin there pushing the Budweiser number 8 through the tri-oval. And I think Miles led lap 1 there. We gotta have a little fun with the cameras here. I don't know how well I can get the audio to work out here, but I haven't done really an all drone cam race, so I figured I'd have a little fun with this one. Devin Ramsey started, actually didn't even start the race, so 10 cars officially started this race in the end. And Ramsey's just now getting into the grid there, so he must have had some issues or something. That's 2 laps in the books here. Now, I'm not sure who's got like admin rights or anything like that, but obviously you got Ramsey now being 2 laps down. But this track, all about the draft here. If you've never drafted with these Gen 4 cars, a lot like the ARCA cars pretty much with the gearing and everything. It's one of the similar things between the 2 cars. Otherwise, you're right there in a Gen 4 car the whole entire time. You know, this race might be one of those where you see side-by-side like this for a little bit. And I think Miles is going to go to the back. Maybe save some fuel here. His partner that back there's Alex Bryson, of course, part of the TI crew. I think pretty simply here, it's going to be about a 3-stop race, I would think. Go to 15, go to 30, go to 45. You should be able to do. Especially if you ride in a draft here. Those cars that maybe stay out front here a little bit, like Ethier and Miles, of course, just fell back into the pack a little bit there. But Daniel Giroux there in that 92. Those are the guys you might see not be able to go as far potentially here on fuel. You see the Showtime Racing silver and red cars there on that outside lane. Miles drops down to the bottom. Of course, pretty much here the rest of the night, he's just racing for the win. Of course, with the field size the way it is tonight, of course, that leaves you with the championship going to him. All right, 6 laps complete. And you see the 10 cars pretty much in the lead draft right here. Of course, Ramsey unfortunately started 3 laps down. And Kyle Ethier coming across the start-finish line at quick lap 8. So, of course, this is something we talked about earlier this season. It was announced out to the league, and I definitely didn't want to leave on a bad note, and just to share the news again that of course this is the last race that you'll see on the Captain Esports Network as of right now. We'll call it for iRacing. Of course, going to have something new coming here on Tuesday nights starting in August, but obviously having a relationship with Chris Lewis for a very long time. He's done a lot of good things for me, and I've tried to help him as much as I can, and definitely I'm honored and proud to see what the league has done. Of course, tonight I know 11 cars isn't the best turnout, but hopefully I wish nothing but the best of these guys, and hopefully to see good things in the future and stuff. But sometimes you just got to make a change. As Ramsey's going to go to the inside, let these guys go on by. I know when I've been on the track with them, I might not have been the nicest guy in the world because, well, we're racers and we're not nice people. As you see, 3 wide there as Craig Martin and Dominic Russo go to the inside, pushing Ethier to the top side. But needless to say, it's been, no matter what, fun with these guys. They're a good group. And, I've always had fun with them no matter what. Even on the, trying to help admin the series for a little bit and stuff, and so on and so forth. But definitely cool to be a part of it, and honored to be a part of it, and wish these guys nothing but the best. And who knows, you might see me back. It's never say never. But obviously into the future. So big shout out to obviously iRacing. Big shout out to all the sponsors that have helped in the past. Of course, keep Lewis going so many seasons. I mean, I've been with them around here for 4 years almost now altogether. So either way, Giroux leads. Craig Martin there, and he's inside in that Perrier number 222 car. Ethier there outside of Dominic Russo, Stephen Melnick, Dylan Rosenberg right there in the 91 car. And then it's a little gap back to Aaron Beaver, Nick Uricchio, Alex Bryson, Stephen Miles. You see Ramsey's tagged on to the back. Unfortunately now is officially 3 laps down. Ethier going up there to block a little bit, being defensive as he takes the lead. Unfortunately, with the way the run goes, you can pick one lane, you're not going to pick the other. As Giroux leads that lap. I mean, kind of cool if all the cars led a lap in this race tonight, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, then again, you got, 48 laps to do so. We've already had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liters? 4 liters? As Miles hangs back here with his teammate in the 38 car. It's a good way to practice, especially if you race in other leagues. I mean, yeah, it's 10 cars here, 11 cars in this pack, but you know what? This is a time to learn the draft. You can never learn too much about it. The one thing about this car is for certain is you can get a big enough run where Miles is here right. He could jump to the outside if he gets a run on Bryson there. He could catapult himself to the front there. Yeah, I've done it myself, gaining 15, 20 spots in one lap driving this car before. Russo pushing his friend Ethier out to the front. As we complete lap number 13 as Russo drives to the bottom. He's got himself a Talladega win here, by the way, a couple seasons ago. Back to victory lane here. And now all of a sudden we got a single file line starting up. Ethier able to side draft up there by himself. That's how powerful this side draft is in this car. Not to mention the cars really aren't packed together. You can't really push them either, so it's kind of a catch-22 here. Bryson, Stephen Miles back there, and then you mentioned Ramsey, who just out here hanging out and riding. As recorder distance in, we made it past lap 15, which tells me that everybody can do this on 3 stops easily. You just come to pit road and probably just do 2 tires and get out there. Single file for about a lap there. As Ethier actually leads that lap all by himself on the outside. Carrington's in there causing trouble, per usual. Casey Carrington doing Casey Carrington things here. Oh, man. Ethier just trying to make moves out here by himself. If Russo just put himself in a wall at Talladega, that's a first. Other cars here in the pack of the 11 that started here. Like I said, it's like an iRock race, per se. For those who ever watched an iRock race back in the 90s, especially in their prime days when they ran 4 races a season. It was usually Daytona, Talladega, Indianapolis, and Michigan. And all equal cars.
It's a racing car. Ah!
What are they doing?
It's racing.
They're racing, yeah. Who's leading? What color is the car leading?
It's red.
It's red and white, yeah. He's
It's
doing good, right?
Yes, he's winning.
He's winning. Is he Lightning McQueen?
Yes, about the movie.
The 20 laps complete. 2002 Aaron Street 12, yeah. Wreck on lap, what was it, 10, if I remember correctly, where Kenny Wallace and Johnny Sauter get together. Sauter ends up on his lid. 27 cars end up involved. Biggest wreck in Busch Series history. And you have, 2 cars end up on the lead lap that end up finishing the race. Keller wins it. And if I remember correctly, didn't a third place car in that race was supposed to be like a starting park? And he ended up just running the rest of the race because he had a guaranteed top 10 or something. I forget how that all worked out. As Ramsey's going to pull Stephen Miles along here back to the front. Bryson's tagged on to his teammate there as Ramsey just pulls along. If I had my stuff set up, I sure would have. I could have it. Oh, here comes everybody to pit road, it looks like. Oh, this could be good. 9 cars coming to pit road. What can go wrong here? Well, how about that? Nothing. Now let's not run into each other here. I just have an interesting idea that iRacing should do. And I'm kind of serious on this. You would think maybe iRacing would consider utilizing their whole entire pit road when you have a field like this or any kind of league that has like whatever amount of cars. Like split up the pit stalls from front to back. So like if you have like 25 cars in a race that has like 40 pit stalls, you have 15 missing stalls and just put them in places so it kind of spreads out the cars. That seems true logic, doesn't it? All right, so Ramsey, yep, he sped on pit road. Here comes Miles and Bryson. So 4 tires in field. They made it all the way to lap 22. So this has become a 2-stop race. Forget a 3-stopper. And now the question is where? Here comes the pack of hounds. Ramsey speeding on pit road. So another lap to his list. Sacrificed himself for Miles and all them. They might actually make out pretty good here with these two. Pack still second back here. They come. You got me wanting to look that race up really quickly here. RacingReference.com. For those who hate me typing on the air, congratulations, and we'll piss you off tonight. Let's see, Xfinity. I believe that was Tim Fido that finished second or third in that race. Yeah. So Keller won the race. Stacy Compton finished second. As a matter of fact, there were 3 cars in the lead lap at the end. That third car was Tim Fido, driving for the Biaggi brothers. He was supposed to be at Start and Park that day, and literally finished third. Oh, the old quote from Major League. That's the second time I've had a Major League quote today. We were actually in the Little League game. We were the T-ball or whatever you want to call it, Coach Pitch League. The coach is having issues like getting the ball over the plate to the batters. It's like just a bit outside, tried to corner. And he comes back with, ball 4, ball 8, ball 12. The reference that Craig is doing is the one where he basically is like, 1 hit, we got 1 blank hit. Can't say blank on the radio or TV in this case. To hell with it. No one's listening anyway. There's your line. 27 laps complete. Next time by, just about the halfway. Nick Uricchio, Daniel Giroux, the teammates up front. Meanwhile, Ethier and Russo by the way, Devin Ramsey had that speeding on penalty on pit road. Supposed to be a 40-second penalty, but he's made it into a 3-minute penalty. Favorite memory of broadcasting TI? Oh. Man, there's been a lot of good ones. You know what? Was that a TI race? I have to remember if that's TI or was that VOR. I think that was VOR. Alright, I would have to say watching I'm trying to think back to all the races here. There's been a lot. I mean, the one that keeps coming back to my head is watching Alex Van de Sant win Indianapolis. But on the comedic side, I mean, I say that because he won it like 3 straight years in TI. Comedic-wise, favorite moments. The Michigan Darkness was pretty good. My roasting of the CTF Brigade, which wasn't really a TI broadcast. That was more of a TI stream because I was racing. The Scalicast, as it's known as. That one's up there. I remember the first TI IndyCar race. Gary Godso, who's a very knowledgeable IndyCar guy, is actually watching the stream as I'm trying to call a race from Mid-Ohio for the first time in TI when he had the IndyCar League, and he's sitting here giving me like every piece of knowledge about IndyCar in a chat. Next week he ends up on the stream with me. Kind of funny. Never even knew the guy, and I just threw him on the stream with me. I was like, here, you help me out. Oh god, there was a lot of those cases. A lot of those kind of fiascos. I would say, you know what, the Dominic Russo winning, laying in bed with his girlfriend deal, that was weird, but funny. Because out of all the places in the world you would win a race. So I guess that would probably the ones that come to my mind. Hey, we're halfway. Not sure if we're halfway started or halfway finished. As Eureka and Beaver doing a good job. I guess we could add the moment where, was it Eureka, I think, that did it? He went up there and on the first lap of the race, Ether racing for a championship the first year we were in Talladega in this series on the final race. He goes and literally clears them out in the buff track. That was pretty fun. The 33 laps complete. And obviously they made it to lap 20, so just get to lap 40. And the one thing I've learned about super speedway racing in this sim is you want to pit as early as you can when you get into the window to make it on fuel, because if you can get it organized and get out of the pits quick enough and be in a group, you will definitely be set for the win potentially in this race. You guys, I mean, I know we're kind of obviously very light crowd, so I'm just kind of having fun myself here as I always do, but you know, these guys still want to win. You know, I don't think that Miles, just because he's sitting in the back there, the champion in this league again, doesn't mean that he doesn't want to go win this race. You know, there's a couple guys here that have never won a TI race, and they've got a shot to do it. You know, I look at Dylan Rosenberg. I look at Daniel Giroux, who's been around for 2 or 3 seasons now. I look at the 97 of Aaron Beaver. I believe he's never won a race in this series, and he's probably made the most starts out of all these guys when it comes to somebody who's never won. Oh! Good save by Beaver. That almost got bad. That is very easy to do. Get tight there in the tri-oval because of the flatter banking there. And Beaver did a great job driving through that. All right, let's test it. All right, poll question up for all the viewers. Let's have some fun with this. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This is, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's what it comes down to, is having a good old time doing what we like to do. Like Devin Ramsey said that his, the iRacing dropped him at the start, so he gave up. Is it that, or is it the Piggly Wiggly internet? Two laps to go this time by. Actually, the question, here's what the poll question should be. I have to go look it up. Is this Ramsey's best finish of the season, finishing 11th? Ah, fourth and Dover. Oh, so it's still a top finish, though. I'm just picking on you, as you know. So. And, all right, more pit stops, it looks like. Is Beaver and Eurykio going to come to pit road? Ooh, I don't know if this is enough cars to help jump to the lead, but we'll see. 20 to go. So Eureka and Beaver pull away here, and now the question, when do these guys come to pit road? Still got 8 of them ready to go. All single file line here. And here we go, pit stops. More of them. Everybody but the 2 TI guys, Ramsey and, or not Ramsey, sorry, Bryson and Miles come in. As everybody's in, Rosenberg overshoots a stall. Looks like 2 tires for everybody as they all launch. Now Bryson and Miles come in. So final stops right here for these two, and it's a race to the checker. And let's put the map up and see where everybody is on track. Russo might have had too good of a stop. And it looks like 2 tires. Bryson, 13.1. What happened there? These guys got to hurry up and get up to speed because here comes the field behind them. Bryson should be able to stay up to speed here. Maybe. Ooh, it's going to be close for him. I think Miles is trying to go back to get him. Teamwork makes the dream work. So Craig Martin, Kyle Ethier, Eureka and Beaver, bottom side, everybody pretty much back together in a pack. As long as Bryson can continue to just hold on to Miles' drafter, he should be okay. It's pretty close. I think he's slowly losing it. Unfortunately, Miles might be too far back now. Appreciate those who have hung out here tonight. I know it's not the biggest field in the world, but you know, we've been able to sit here and have a good time and enjoy some great racing and some good group of guys here on this Tuesday evening. Miles is officially lost his draft, so is Bryson, so it is down to 8 cars now. Decide who's going to win this finale. I'm just going to step away for a quick second. right, back we are. 11 laps to go. As you see, Ethier leading. Giroux, Uricchio, Beaver, Martin. And Stephen Miles is actually backed all the way up to pick up his partner. They're going to see if they can try to tandem back up there. Well, if anybody could do it, it'd be those two guys. Oh, got close there, up there towards the front. I thought Eureka was going to stick her in there and try to make it 3 wide. Craig Martin up there, teammate to the 1 and 92 car. Your teammates in the 36 and 97. Of course, the 38 and 24 teammates. I guess you could call the 8 and 63 teammates. You know, I think officially the 8 is a part of TI Racing in this too now, but the whole drama that happened during the midseason there too. Of course, I can't wait for the new model of the Gen 4 to come out. Of course, going to be the more closer looking Gen 4 model to the actual Cup cars from back in the heyday of the 90s and 2000s. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. Seven laps to go. Going to be saddled amongst one of these 8 cars. 6 to go. I do not want to be the leader of each pack. I want to be either... Actually, right now, I would want to be Nick Uricchio. But if that outside line gets going, I wouldn't mind being the 222 car. That's why we run this race. What Russo needs to do is get up there in that outside lane. There we go. Go 4 to 4. Now you kind of even it up. 222 of Martin needs to get up there in the back of the 8 of Ethier. The 1 of Melnick needs to get to the back bumper of Martin, and they need to push as much as they can without pushing, if that makes sense. Basically, get to the bumper, but don't hit the bumper. Get into that bubble. And if I'm Ethier, I am getting down as close as I can to that door of that 92, and I'm pulling that line back. But they're giving each other plenty of room here, which I understand. This is, again, I mean, you have 8 cars going for the win here, and in the finale. Three to go. And you see Eureka is literally pushing Giroux now. You got to be careful because, again, this front end of this car can pick up the back end. With the way the build of this car is. And Eureka is going to pull out a line. Side draft to 92. Puts himself in a bad spot, though. Somehow they got lucky, though, and got it back into place. If you're going to side draft the leader, you need to be right down on his door. You cannot put yourself in the middle and put yourself in no man's land. That will get you nowhere. Here comes Rosenberg up the middle. Two laps, still got plenty of time here. Still can be patient. I mean, with this much in a pack, you could almost wait a full lap and go right here about the back straightaway and try to make moves. Oh, 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 oh. There we go, final lap. Rosenberg and Melnick just keep leaning on each other back there. Who's going to make the move here? .36, Eureka makes a move, crosses back over to the bottom. Got the inside on Giroux, gives a room Ethier to the top. 4 wide almost. Oh, here goes the field wrecking. And Aaron Beaver. Leave it to Beaver goes to victory lane. And Stephen Miles, officially the champion. And adds to his historic record here in TI Racing as part of the team and a part of the league as he wins Season 11's championship. I think you're out of gas. All right. Here's the results. Or not. Apparently don't want to give me the results. We'll do it the hard way then. There you go. Your 11 finishers here tonight. as Aaron Beaver wins his first race here in TI Racing. In the finale here at Talladega. Let's go. Oh, apparently my whole, what's really going on? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, where's all my highlights? Anyways, back to the last lap. And watch how this all took place here. I mean, Rosenberg obviously had a good run topside there with Martin. Beaver, you see in the inside lane there, third car. See Melnick and Rosenberg lean on each other. And Eureka made a great move right here. He gets Giroux clear of the 8, gets his own space, and he goes after it. Moves up top side here. And you see he actually crosses back over. I think he goes to try to help Beaver out by making that move. And of course, now everybody's got the runs. Giroux's momentum's killed. Russo gives him a big push. And through netcode and other things, Beaver wins it. Wow. Alrighty then. Let's talk to our champion here. We'll, let's talk to him first. I know if I can get him up here. There we go. Now something's not cooperating on my end here, apparently on Discord either. Champion, congratulations. I know obviously tonight was, I know we wanted more people and stuff, but either way, man, you had a great season, and you come home another championship under the belt there, that 24 car.
It's not even just this league, it's multiple leagues, you know, just get towards the end of the season, and if you're not in it, they don't really show up, so the car count be down. I really thought we would get more people in here for Dega, but other than that, man, they put on a good show tonight. I just look back on the finish, they did a heck of a job trying to go for it out there, which I knew they was. I knew they was just going to wait till the last lap. They're going to try to keep it clean, and fortunately, just me and AB right there just lost out the draft, and I just went back there and ride with him and told him I wouldn't do it with nobody else, man. Just sit there and just talked, and nobody getting emotional or nothing, and just, you know, just soaking in the moment.
Obviously, did he mention what happened on his pit stop? Did he overshoot his stall or something?
Yeah, he overshot his stall a little bit, and they kind of left me out there. And I'm thinking he was gonna be able to get into the draft, and I was gonna go back there and pick him up because we were working with each other. And I held on to the draft as long as I could, and I fell. And I was like, you know what, both of us lonely. Let me just come back there and keep him company, and just sit there and rode. And I already knew they was just gonna go to the white flag before they wrecked, and we just talked about some things and just soaked in the moment, man. Enjoyed it. These cars, the update they did to it, you could push more aggressive and it's more comfortable, and that's kind of exciting, man.
Obviously, some good racing, as you mentioned there, a little learning. As always, you can do learning in the draft here, but how cool is it to walk away here with another championship?
Oh man, especially from last season, I wanted that one bad. From the VR or lap cars or whatever bad luck I had, man. It takes, you have to have. I mean, before the drop weeks was included, you had to have pretty much a flawless season to win in this type of league. It's just so much stuff that could come at you and knock you off your game. And even me this season, I was off my game, but luckily I was just on it just to get a good top 5. And it's a different turnout than how it was beginning of the season, man. There was a lot of competitors, and there was a lot of fun racing, and it's kind of bittersweet to end it like this with only 12 cars. But it was the OGs of the TI League and the people that been in since season 1 and season 2. And championships feel good, man. This is what I kind of need, man. Boost my morale, and me and Abby were just talking about it. Like, I've been just experimenting in this league on Tuesdays just for, you know, All American, or we got so much stuff to deal with Wednesdays and these other leagues, and we're just focused on championships with that. And I just have to take in how much Ti the league has taught me about lap cars, about racing, about the good, about the bad, and really mold me into the race I am today, man. I'm thankful for that.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations on the championship, obviously, throughout the season. And congratulations on that and all your success, obviously, being the winningest driver in TI history in the league and with the team and stuff. And send some shout-outs.
Shout out to my teammates, Kobe, Kyle Ethier, Lewis, Bryson, Dean, Alvin. I mean, you're my teammate regardless if you're in the booth or not. I started off with you as my teammate. I mean, I wouldn't want to have anybody else on my team but y'all. And it's crazy how build bonds and friendships outside of iRacing, to where we talk to each other, or whatever, in our personal lives, and it's more than just racing now. And I want to thank God for that, and thank my girlfriend for sticking in there with me, changing her schedule, doing what she have to do to make it available for me to race. And appreciate the league and all the drivers that hung in there, man, through the hard times and made this league what it was. And I mean, put on good shows, bad shows, it don't matter, but they race their butts off. Appreciate you, man. One of the best, if not the best broadcaster. And I mean, you boost any league that you broadcast, man, just with your broadcasts and how you do your thing, man. You have a craft of its own. And man, just appreciate the fans too that stuck it in there, and the sponsors that we had in the previous seasons, and Lewis for doing all he can, and just thankful to everybody, man. And go ahead, let you go ahead and talk to these winners in these top three, man. They deserve it, and um, to the best for everybody, man, for the future.
Absolutely, man. Best of luck, obviously, to Miles as he gets ready for another season here. And, of course, we'll see him as always on Sundays and in the future, All-American and stuff like that, too. So, appreciate your time, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. As Miles, about just okay, there we go. So let's talk to our top three finishers, shall we? Let's talk to our. How did Melnick finish third in this race? I guess that's a good question to start with here. Is I'll wait a second for his name to pop into my chat, because it seems like there's like a delay or something going on in Discord. So I'm just going to try to get through this broadcast with it. But Melnick, congratulations, man, on a third place finish, a wild finish.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, Scott. Like, thank you for all you do. It was wild. It was fun. Not I would rather be number one, but hey, I'll take third there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're usually pretty good at winning these finales, but you and Mr. Rosenberg were stuck to each other. It seemed like at the end.
Yeah, he kind of it was a little short track racing there at the last couple laps with him.
You guys up there
pumping and banging, you know.
I'm gonna say, you guys are Riverhead or something racing?
I don't. That's what I felt like. I felt like Martinsville, Bristol, someplace like that. But hey, going 200 miles an hour doing it.
Well, great job, man. It's obviously been fun. I know you and the team trying to work together to get yourself a win. But congratulations and send some shout outs.
Yeah. Shout out to all the teammates. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys. Casey, Daniel, Josh Dillon, Craig Martin. I mean, it has been fun with them. And they make this coming out here Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We've had these leagues much more enjoyable. And shout out to them first of all. Shout out to my wife, kid, for giving me time to come down here on a Tuesday night, take time away from them, do this racing with you guys. And shout out to Chris Lewis for hosting this league. It's been been here since day one racing. I appreciate everything Chris does. Congratulations to Miles for winning the championship. We would like to have 3 wins in a row with Casey picking up last 2 and one more for him, but we're gonna come a little short. But hey, and thank you, Chris. Yourself, man. One of the best broadcasters out there. I go back and watch all your races. I love the commentary, and you just make this so much more fun being part of. So thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Great job finishing third. Stephen Melnick finishing in the third position. We're going to move him back down here, and I am going to stall here for a second once he goes out here, and I'm going to literally shut Discord off for a second, and I'm going to refire it up because I think, I don't know, some kind of issue with it right now. It's literally like taking its joyous time on me here tonight. But and of course, when it does that, it gives me like 100 updates on my phone from Discord. It's kind of weird how that happens. All right, let's open Discord back up. And thankfully, with all this, I'll still be right back in the TI Discord page here. Give me 1 second here as it loads in. There we go. And we're back. All right, let's talk to the second place finisher tonight in the race here this evening, and that was Russo. Russo trying to do Russo things here as he finishes in the second position, and once again, okay, a little bit slower, or faster, but still slow. As Russo gets up to second place there, and you about netcoded your way to a win.
I was hoping and praying, Captain. Just close my eyes and keep my foot in it. You know how it goes.
Pretty much. Obviously, that last lap was a wild one. What'd you see?
Once I saw the middle open up, I was just gonna push Giroux as hard as I could and hope he could handle it, and he could. If he didn't run into Nick on the bottom, we would have had a good run through the middle and had a shot to win. But I was just hoping that the season, and they did, but I didn't get the luck of the draw this time. You only get it once, so.
Yeah. That is a pure fact right there, man. Well, hey, great job. Obviously, great season. I know you had a little bit of drama involved, but either way, I know you always come with a fun time each and every week. So send some shout outs to everybody too.
Cap. So for one, shout out you for sticking around for this whole race. We put on a good show, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was for a TI race. I think that was pretty damn good. But shout out Kyle for drafting with me all race, really helping out. That was fun. Shout out Chris for hosting the league. If this is it, it's been a great 11 seasons. I've been here since race 1, and it's been an honor to be in it. And shout out my girlfriend. She's smoking hot and stuff. I think she's watching, so I got to shout her out.
I think you can only use that
shout
term
out you, Captain. Shout out you for being the best damn broadcaster in the world.
I think you can only use that terminology towards your girlfriend if she's your wife because of the prayer, the Nashville preacher guy.
I want to thank my smoking hot wife. But shout out her. She's awesome.
Great job. Go put a ring on it.
Thank you, Captain. It's coming soon.
Hey, don't tell her that. So, good job, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
You too. Good guy. Dominic Russo. He's still going to get flack from me, by the way, for wrecking me in Nashville. I'm just going to put that out there now. Hey, where's Beaver? I was going to talk to him. Well, anyways, Aaron, congratulations on the win, I guess. So, there you go. I guess that's another season in the books. So, look, as I said earlier, appreciate what Chris Lewis does for the league, what he does for iRacing in general. He's one that he doesn't care about himself. He cares about other people. He does everything he can, even if it's the wrong decision. He goes and does what he can for the league. And I've had fun, and I'm not going to say ever that this is it. I mean, heck, I thought it was it a couple seasons ago when I jumped in the car and raced, but here I am, back in the booth for, 3 seasons again. So, but, yep, stepping away to another series, but who knows? I could be back down the road, and we'll have to see. But either way, Captain Esports Network will keep going, and wish TI obviously nothing but the best, and Lewis and I will stay in touch. We're friends, and I've always had a good relationship, and I'm sure if he needs advice, he'll be reaching out to me. Of course, he's got the little one there at home now, so big congrats to he and his partner and stuff, and so on and so forth. So, guess I'm gonna go ahead and just sign off now. So, sweat out. Just remember, this isn't just a game. For real, it's really not just a game. It's iRacing. See you.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, reused, or retransmitted in any form without the authorized written consent of Captain Esports Network. Captain would like to thank all of his loyal fans for your continued support, and he hopes you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a special presentation. From the Captain Esports